What's up, y'all? I'm actually going to show you all the books at the end of this actual video. Now, the origin of Western civilization actually began with the Greeks and the Romans. Rome is located literally in Italy, but it actually traced to the Greeks. The Greeks actually traced to the temple universities of ancient Kemet, or practically literally Egypt, because they were students to African teachers. Everything they have, we taught them. So they brought what they learned from us, they brought it to their civilization, and they gave it to Rome, which is literally located in Italy. Now, the Goth, Goth, which is, they are from Scandinavia. They ran up on Rome and destroyed everything and brought it to ruins. This period was called the Dark Ages. It actually lasted, I think it was 300 to 500 years. Everything was literally destroyed. So at this time period, there was no Roman emperor was ruling. They was barbaric, living in ignorance, couldn't read nor write, and soap and water was viewed as a sin. So the Romans was also fighting against the Gothics. These niggas who ran up on them and destroyed everything, they was fighting them to try to get their land back, including with the constant battle and fighting amongst each other. There was also the Gothics was also fighting amongst themselves over their religious views, and including the land. It was actually like kind of like expanding, like, you know, who gonna own like the jurisdiction of this actual land. So that's pretty much what's going on pertaining to like the Gothics, including the Romans. Now the Moors came in 711 AD through 1492. That's like these Moors actually conquered and ruled for like 781 years. Spain, including all these other Western countries. When they actually came through, I think it took them like 3 to 6 years to do so, like to run up and defeat everybody. They actually took them out the Dark Ages and brought them to Europe Renaissance or Europe Enlightenment. So the universities that Vinci and Sherlock Holmes, as people like to boast them about, like they so highly intelligent, that's because of the ones that the Moors built. Now, when you literally research who are the Moors are actually from, or practically just the meaning of the word Moor. Moor just means black people. They try to make it appear like Moor just means like black, like as a noun, but no, it literally means black people. That's why they said Moors ruled Spain, blacks ruled Spain. Subliminally, what they actually say in this translation, black people ruled Spain, Africans ruled Spain, because they actually know that Africans was ruling Spain, because they know that the word Moor, these individuals that was ruling Spain, they know they was from West Africa, Northwest Africa. That's where they know they was from. They even called the Moors barbaric. When you read about it in a dictionary, it literally means indigenous North Africans. So we need to call them what they are. We need to call them North African. So when you see individuals dressed up like barbarians, we need to call them what they are, North African. However, we got to be real careful, because the barbarian today in the present is not more like a title or like its replacement. They literally trying to ethnic cleanse North Africa with those titles, barbarian. Because now some person can be light-skinned, etc. That's not the real original or first barbarian Arab. The original barbarian Arab, if practically the first, was Africans, including they even said that the Middle East is a social political construct. It's made up. It's not really real. It's not real. It actually, you know, before it was actually called, because they actually said the Moors are from, you know, the Moors are barbarian Arab and the Moors are from the Middle East. So the Middle East is actually, before it was actually called the Middle East, I'm gonna break everything down. What's this called? It was originally called the Far East. Far East was east of Europe. So east of Europe, east in that direction. So east of Europe, like Asia, Northwest, South Asia, maybe Egypt and rest of them, Turkey, right? Traveling wise, east of Europe, that was far away. That's why it's called Far East. Then they changed it to Near East. Is when the colonizers was actually mapping out and geographing the area, because they were soon going to conquer it. Middle East is when the British conquered and colonized India. That was like 1850s. And then in 1900, the 19th century, that's when British and French split the region 50-50. That's why it's called Middle East. That's why they have a map of territory. That's why today in the present, when you research, well, do the Middle East would be also called North Africa, they would literally tell you yes. But that's literally what it's called. When you remove their social political construct, which is literally what it is, because they're the ones who actually invented these terms, or in short, the 3 East. So Far East, Near East, Middle East, or 3 East in short, is originated and invented by the colonizers, because they conquered the region of North Africa. So let's make it in short. Barbaric, the 3 East is North African. Let's go right to the point now. So when the Moors actually did what they did, so these Africans When these African literally did what they did within the natural region, talking about the Dark Ages, I'm not even going to entertain or kind of speaks about that they gave them the the compass, the the literary etc. I explained it in my video. The Moors are the ones who built the slave ships. You have to watch that video. Now, I'm only gonna bring about just the ships. The reason why we can't find them because the Moors are these Africans are the ones who built it. So when they actually expelled the Moors, they actually kicked them out. The Moors actually went back once they came. So they went back once they came. The Moors that actually stayed, they had to be converted to become Christians. But they was praying to their God literally in secret. Allah, Muslims. So they prayed to their God literally in secret when he was caught. If I remember correctly, I think they was murked or executed of some kind. And since majority of their resources that it was literally using was to expel the Moors out. And one thing interesting is that the Moors was fighting amongst themselves. These Africans was fighting amongst themselves. And they said this is going to be our advantage to kick them out now. So that's personally what they literally did. So after we gave them the compass, I think they said they got it from China. So the compass, now the guns, which is called fire sticks or these firearms, they literally said that they was fluctuating pertaining to like a lot of books I read said it was the Moors who invented them, and others said it was China. So we're going to exclude who actually invented it. But the guns, it's obvious. I'm saying obvious. All the books literally said the guns was given to them by Moors. So the Moors gave them the guns, gunpowder, all that shit. The Moors these Africans gave them that shit. The canyons, the guns, the ships. They didn't get them ships. I think that when they actually defeated them, that's when they start using. So everything they actually left behind, they start taking it and using it themselves and start going all around the world with it. That's literally what actually happened. And since all of their resources was used to expel them, they had to be rich again because of I don't want to say they declined, but they had to get they had to get their money up. So this is after that, which ended in like 1492 onward. This period was called the Age of Discovery. Now this video get 4, maybe 5 likes. I will give you a part 2 following up with this actual video, but I'm gonna show you the books right now. Now these are the books. This book have brief information on it. Y'all already saw this one. I do have the Golden Age of the Moors, but that's from PDF file. That's a portable, downloadable file. Really good ass book right here. This book is weird. This book even tell you the origin of the N-word on page 12 and 13. He didn't explain to you the original meaning and usage of the N-word. I recommend you cop that book, by the way. Cop this book. You already know I showed y'all this book. I already showed y'all these 2 books. I already showed y'all that book. This book, what we wrote, has it on page 398 to 417 about the Moors. When blacks ruled Spain, and this book explains it on 129 through 139. Talks about the Moors in this book. Highly recommend you cop this book too. I want to show y'all this book. I really do. But I know I can't because the video is kind of too long. That's all I got to say about that, y'all. Peace.